Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. How you guys doing? I hope you're well. Is everybody doing good? I hope you are. We got some important news today. Lots of news. And yeah, apparently there's another attempt. This is breaking. Another heavily armed man has been arrested outside Trump's National Golf Club in California after he camped out before 47's visit. Another would be assassin attempt on Sunday. Janine John Teal. Janine John. Wait a minute. Man. Huh. Oh my God. Is it one of the T's? What do you mean Janine John? Janine John. Illegally modified AR. Illegally modified. Full auto? I wonder. Radio devices, a 45 caliber pistol, body armor, high capacity magazines, bulk, pistol and rifle ammo, and notes containing concerning statements per NYPD.
This evening at 6. This was also part of a national investigation. They are still looking into the details surrounding this, but the weapons that he was found with are very disturbing, which include body armor, a pistol, an AR receiver, an AR, high capacity magazines, multiple notebooks containing concerning statements, two radio signal devices, and the FBI is investigating this along with the sheriff's department here in Los Angeles.
Yeah, that's you don't do that for nothing. You do that when you're expecting to take as many people as you want with as you can with you. Like I haven't seen anything like that since oh my god, that bank robbery in California. It was a crazy bank robbery in California where two guys were basically armed to the teeth.
Angeles as Trump's arrival is set for this evening at 6:30. He's planning on having a dinner during this 2-day West Coast swing where he will tout his work in the economy and, from what we understand, take a few jabs at, of course, Governor Gavin Newsom. The purpose of the trip is to spotlight his economic accomplishments and crack down on crime. He was seen leaving the Capitol earlier today before getting on Air Force One to come here to California. We will have much more coming up in the next hour, but for now, we are still here at Trump Golf Course getting ready for his arrival. There are police and security everywhere, as well as quite a few Trump supporters.
Okay, I want to find out more about this Janine John Teal. Paraguay spotted 38-year-old Janine John Teal. Downey walking grounds. He was already under investigation for robbery by El Segundo Police Department on his person. Hollow point ammo. Okay. I want to know. What else do we have here? Monitoring security. Janine John. That's what I'm thinking. What the hell? This is the closest I got to a face. Looks kind of high. Another attention. I don't think that's the same guy. Okay. Just for the record, this is a breaking story, and I don't know if this is the guy because I don't know who Gina Bina Fofina is. Like, I have no idea if this person is just going off a rumor or vetting. And I don't know. This guy says this is John Teal. Like they could just be typical violent Democrat. I don't know if he's a Democrat. Like I can't. We can't jump to the gun. Okay, so as a news source or a news aggregator, it's important to not get ahead of yourself because that's what's going to distinguish you. You can't say, yeah, for sure this guy is or that guy is. Those faces, I don't know. I don't know who that is. Oh, yes, I can tell. I can tell. That happens. You know what? That happens to me all the time with the caps lock. I will have the first letter lowercase and the rest of the word uppercase. It happens to the best of us. But I don't know. I don't know about this person. I'll search again and go with latest, see what I find. What the hell is this? Code new fake. Okay, this is a nut bar. In fact, we're taking you off. Okay, I don't want to see your shit. I don't see any more details, but that's the breaking news. The breaking news. Okay, here we go.
Evening, Jesse. An armed man said to be monitoring security planning activities arrested on Sunday with a cache of weapons and body armor. This is all happening outside of Trump National.
I'm going to explain something to you guys. Like, even if you're in a state where you got lots of gun rights, don't hang around the bushes of anywhere near where important people are. You say, "Well, I wasn't doing nothing bad. I'm just, laying down in the shade or whatever." Let me explain to you. These people are going to look around with infrared and heat vision and they're going to spot you. And you think no one can see you and they're going to say, "What's that heat signature over there? That looks like a person." And they're going to go over. And if they go over and you got a gun on you, they're just going to think you're up there for no good, for no good. Now, I think this guy actually was up to no good because that's a lot of ammo to have. That's not like everyday carry numbers of ammo and armor. Like some people have everyday carry. Some people wear everyday armor. They do. It may not be heavy plates, but some people just do it. Because let's say they work in transport. They work in they work in places or they live in areas where you kind of have to, be like that, right? And that's fine. But this guy wasn't using everyday carry type, reloads and weapons. He had the big stuff on him. But just even if you have your everyday carry stuff, if you're hanging around some important place and someone's coming, like know your surroundings because they're gonna see you.
Golf course just a couple of days.
You're just curious. Wow, there's a lot of people coming. Wow, look at all these cop cars coming. I wonder what's happening here. No. Just get out of there.
Before the president's visit to the course in California. 38-year-old Janine John Taylor from Downey, California, taken into custody in Ranchos Palos Verdes by plainclothes FBI.
Listen, this is obvious. Like no one was gonna assassinate Biden. You know why? Do you know why no one was gonna assassinate Biden? Anybody want to take a guess? Biden was the safest person from assassination ever. Do you guys know why? You guys want to take a guess? It's guarded. That would make it difficult, but that's not why you wouldn't want to do it. What would happen if someone killed Biden? You get Kamala. Nobody want Kamala. No. And you could just, hey, if we're gonna be honest, of course, we just don't want anybody to die. But also, hey, you know, you don't want you don't. No, okay, so better. It's okay. So, would you rather have the corpse of Biden or Kamala actually in charge? At least with Biden, you see, some people in the chat know what's up. He wasn't so much as a threat. Kamala Harris, yes, that's the reason. Kamala Harris, yes, nobody wanted Kamala Harris. Like we wouldn't celebrate if he died or whatever. We'd be like, you know what, it's not good that anybody would try to do this to a sitting president. Terrible. But also, oh no, not Kamala.
FBI agents after they spotted his suspicious activity. Now, agents observed Taylor walking through the golf course grounds, taking photos and videos, appearing to monitor security planning activities. They also found him with an illegally modified AR platform rifle, a couple of radio signal devices, a 1911 body armor, high-capacity mags, hollow point ammo, and multiple notebooks containing, quote, concerning statements. Taylor's vehicle was also searched, and deputies say they recovered a loaded pistol with a chambered round in the car, along with more ammunition. Now, Taylor also had a prior run-in with law enforcement, a robbery charge out of El Segundo. As you know, the president is in Southern California to headline and...
Okay, what do you guys discern from that? Did you guys pick up any clues? You know what I think? I think he didn't have the gun or the rifles on him. I think he left them in the car. Because right now, look at what he said right now.
Ammunition. Loaded pistol with a chambered round in the car.
The pistol was in the car. So he didn't have the pistol. Like, he's not going to be walking around taking pictures with a rifle on him in Trump's golf course. Nobody would allow. They'd run over and, jump on top of him. So what he was doing, he was just being very suspicious. Yes, this is the word. This is the correct word. He got caught during recon. Now, if he got caught we're lucky he's an idiot. Because if he got caught during recon, but he would have left his body armor, his guns, every bullet, everything at home, and his car was just clean, had some MAGA hats in the car, a t-shirt that says why I left. Do you guys know about those why I left people? It's people that used to be on the left and they're not anymore because the left treated them like shit. Or they realized that the left were shit. Like, you got that on you? It's like, okay, now I can't really charge you. But we're lucky this idiot had everything in the car. And he was basically doing recon, being incredibly suspicious.
Along with more ammunition. Now, Taylor also had a prior run-in with law enforcement, a robbery charge out of El Segundo. As you know, the president is in Southern California to headline an RNC.
Like a robbery charge, I don't like that. Doesn't tell me that he's an assassin. That tells me he's stupid. Because the kind of money you get from robbery is usually not a lot. I'd have to see what kind of robbery, but if you're jumping counters, that's dumb. You could probably make a lot more money with a little bit of fraud.
The fundraising dinner. This would be yet another disturbing activity that could have potentially been a plot to assassinate the president. We've seen this, unfortunately, all too many times, Jesse.
Yeah, Mary saying, I am Marie saying, I never like Clinton, Obama, or Biden, but I would never want anything to happen to them. Like, even if you don't care about them, it's bad for the nation and it gives them more power. I don't want the left to have more power because some nutbag on the right killed him. You know what? Let's be honest. If anybody killed someone on the left, it would probably be someone on the left. Let's get into some other news. You're gonna check some bookmarks. I want to see some reactions to.
Ago in the Middle East.
Now I have heard this all day for 2 days.
More than 5 months ago in the Middle East, one of the challenges I am certain that his senior military advisors briefed him on was that the Iranians were going to launch thousands of cheap, lethal drones at our facilities, our bases, our embassies, and our allies and partners, and we would use incredibly expensive, exquisite, and rare munitions.
Okay, so Secretary of War Pete Webster just debunked a major fake news report from CNN on a leak, quote unquote, that U.S. has used nearly 80% of key major interceptors in Iran. Top commanders warn stockpiles are dangerously low. Bullshit. Who is planting this fake news? I don't know, but it's bullshit. Oh, just so you know, this is the stuff they chew over there. Makes them feel high. Okay, this is important breaking news. I don't know how you guys are gonna feel about this. Okay, this is shocking. I don't know if you guys are ready. Are you guys ready for this? For many years, vast majority of Americans have asked to make daylight saving time permanent, but no administration has been able to get it done until now. I am proud to announce that the House of Representatives has passed a bill and is now gone to the Senate for final approval. People are sick and tired of having to change their clocks twice a year. It's foolish, inconvenient, in some cases very costly for cities and states with watchtowers and hard to reach places. It's cost millions of dollars. The recent cases was made, and it's also bad for health and anxiety. You get anxious about daylight savings? Maybe a little. Leading medical, crime, and economic studies have shown that ceasing the biennial time change, giving us some extra hours of natural sunlight in the evenings, will help decrease robbery and murder rates. Oh, wouldn't it that do the opposite on the other end? You know what? I'm not gonna overthink it. Especially with those involving pedestrians. Lower risk of cardiac issues, stroke, and seasonal depression. Make it safer for children to walk home from school, increase time with your family, strongly support extracurricular. I don't know how the fuck daylight savings does all this. Jesus fucking Christ. You know what? This is the kind of shit that makes you forget about the straight. For 1 second, you're like, I don't. Okay. Lower risk for cardiac issues, stroke, seasonal depression. Make it safer for children to walk home from school. Increase time with your family. Strongly supports extracurricular activities. Boost the sports, fitness, tourism, retail, restaurant industry, and more. I wonder what the more is. Sex. You get to fuck a longer amount of time. You have more time to, tongue wrestle or jelly bean. I don't think he would say it like that. And save money on energy bills because everyone will be enjoying an extra hour of daylight. Yes, but then, oh my God. In other words, leave it as it is now. Never change it again. This is an issue that Republicans, Democrats, and Independents can unite behind. I am asking Republican senators to release their holds and allow hotline to clear on the Republican side. Let's pass the Sunshine Protection Act ASAP. Thank you for your attention to this matter. I don't know. I don't understand this, but okay. Because, okay, so everything... I don't get it. Oh, a 12-year-old girl forced by her parents to marry a 62-year-old man. Oh, isn't that special? Okay.
Works. That harmless text on your phone? It didn't come from a hacker in a basement. It came from inside a fortified compound halfway around the world. Barbed wire, armed guards, the works. These aren't call centers. They're scam compounds built by criminals to steal billions from Americans. Behind the fake profiles, there's a brutal supply chain. Human traffickers, gunmen holding captives, and slave labor forced to work thousands of phones, online accounts, and fraudulent websites. The victims are on both sides of the screen. So how do you fight something this big? The FBI stopped chasing scams one at a time.
Why does he sound like Tony Soprano? That is Tony Soprano talking.
They started tearing the whole machine apart. With Operation Blackout, the mission is results, and the results speak for themselves. Over $15 billion in assets and cryptocurrency seized. More than a dozen compounds.
Tony Soprano is from the Soprano crime family. If you know the show, you kind of recognize the voice. You see? Okay, someone knows. It sounds like him, right? Hey, Tony.
Dismantled. Hundreds arrested. Thousands of trafficked workers freed. Over 500 fake.
Oh my God! I gotta stop it once in a while because that song can get me struck.
Investment sites shut down, and millions of scam accounts knocked offline.
I've seen this, not at this level. This might be AI, but I've seen walls like this. This is like 2 floors up. I've never seen it like this, but I've seen shit like this.
Through early warnings, the FBI reached over 10,000 Americans before the scammers could steal even more, saving them more than $500 million by bringing law enforcement to
James Gandolfini, that's right. Yeah. James Gandolfini.
Together worldwide. The fight's global. These crooks built an industry that could target Americans from anywhere. Under Director Cash Americans from anywhere that could target us global. These crooks built an industry that could target Americans from anywhere. Under Director Cash Patel, the FBI's taking it apart everywhere.
I like that song. I don't like the singer's kind of a douchebag. Douche canoe. But oh, have you guys seen this? This guy's being a douche at the beach.
I'm a child. I'm 40.
He's being a complete asshole.
Let's go.
Oh, shit.
Chair
Boom.
Wake up.
Wake up, boy. Wake up.
Wake up.
Wake up.
Yeah. What you fucking about, Holly boy? Yeah? Try to stay right here.
Watch your fucking mouth. Watch your fucking mouth, Hawaii Democrat congressional candidate. Watch your fucking mouth. He's a candidate. But like in the true sense, he's a candy. He's a candidate. If you date this, you're dating candy. Look at this candidate. Do you see the candidate right here? Down goes Fraser. Okay, so like this is like try not to inbreed, like marrying cousin, not good. Don't marry cousin, okay? Roughly 60, Pakistan has the highest rate of inbreeding in the world, roughly 65%. This is the Bureau of Western Hemisphere. Cuba's economic crisis due to the regime's incompetence is not a mystery. While Cuban people endure almost constant blackouts and crumbling infrastructure and shortages, military-run Gaesa controls the majority of the island's economy and is sitting on $18 billion. The question is simple. Why isn't Gaesa using those funds to meet the Cuban people's needs? $18 billion in the military budget's control, and this is what the island looks like. I wonder if I can find no. Okay, I'm gonna have to ask Rock. I'm trying to find a video, but in that video, I want one side to be Puerto Rico, like old San Juan, and like the beach and old San Juan equivalent in Cuba, so you could see how Cuba could be if it was like Puerto Rico. Is there a video like that where I can see them side by side?
I can help you find that. The closest video I found is an influencer comparing old San Juan in Puerto Rico to Cuba. It's not a perfect side-by-side beach split screen, but it directly contrasts the two. Would you like me to find the link for that?
Yes, I want the links.
I found a few good ones for you. The Spanish influencer comparing old San Juan in Puerto Rico to Cuba is at u2.be/df capital DKT24 capital QWC. Then there's Jesse Travel with Se parece Cuba a Puerto Rico at u2.be/JDBW capital A 7 capital U 1M1I and a
I want
short
to show
San
you guys
Juan.
this.
Oh, nice. Go ahead and show me.
No, not you. I have an audience. I'm gonna tell you to stop talking, so stop talking. I'm gonna go talk to them.
¡Wow! Mira qué bonito.
Esto se parece a La Habana, pero con dinero, con dinero.
Cada minuto me voy.
He's saying this looks like Puerto Rico, but with money. This looks like Cuba, but with money. Is there a version with more? There we go.
Con dinero, con dinero.
Cada minuto me voy enamorando más de Puerto Rico.
These are Cubans talking.
Dile a la gente que salga que ya lo compré.
Cuenta, a ver.
Vete.
Conocer lugares nuevos y perderme
He says, "Tell the people get out. I'm buying it." And they say, "How much money you got? 20 euros." That's not enough.
caminando sus calles.
Literalmente me acabo de perder en el viejo San Juan. Oye, mírate aquí.
Hola, Rubio lindo, ¿cómo te llamas?
Encontrar.
Sí, piñón.
Okay, the problem here is that I don't see. This is all Puerto Rico, but I don't see Cuba. I want to see a side by side.
Hola, hola nuevamente a esta.
Okay, this is Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico. Si estoy visitando el Morro. ¿verdad?
Oh
Y
my
el-
God, I can't find Cuba.
Y del propio Caribe, pues. En cuanto a la economía, el de hablará en su
Estoy en Puerto Rico. Todos hay tiendas para medicamentos. Estos son medicamentos a libre elección de la gente. O sea, la gente puede venir y coger sin ningún problema. Todo es... Estamos en Puerto Rico. Fijaos.
Bitch, not one of those fucking videos had any video of Cuba. It's just Puerto Rico. I said of both. Bitch.
You're right, and I'm sorry. I messed up. Those links were all Puerto Rico. Let me actually find real side by
Hey, I don't want you to agree because I told you so. I want you to find what I'm actually looking for. Make sure it has both. You never check. You never check. That's why you say, "Oh, I'm sorry, it doesn't have that." You didn't know because you never checked.
You're absolutely right to call me on that. I checked the videos. You're right. The Jesse Travel one, Se parece Cuba a Puerto Rico, at youtube.com/watch V equals JDBW capital A.
You're caveating this with, "I didn't find a perfect side by side." Bitch, I didn't ask you for a perfect side by side. Why are you sticking perfect in there? Any side by side, any type of side by side. Stop sticking perfect in there. Like the problem is that it isn't perfect. The problem is that it's not any type of side by side. Not that it's perfect or imperfect. You goddamn fucking cunt.
Okay, I screwed up earlier and I own it. I didn't verify the content. The 1948 Pan Am travelogue, Wings to Cuba and the Caribbean, at youtube.com/watch V equals 5_XG OHJTYO0.
Is that from 1949, 48? I don't want something that old.
Let me find you something more recent. I checked, and the 1948 Pan Am travelogue is indeed from 1948, so I'll skip that one. I found a 2024 video called Havana versus San Juan at youtube.com/watch?V=BT capital FQ capital PT capital HXO. It compares both cities directly, covering architecture and vibe. There's also San Juan, Puerto Rico, ES La
Caribbean
Habana
island's
Viega
second
Restaurada at youtube.com/watch?V=_your by7 UOT capital FX 7 capital RZ0, which is a 2024
Shut up! I don't
reaction
want you to fucking read me out the fucking link.
Do you yearn to wander
Got
through
it.
cobblestone streets lined with vintage cars, soaking in the sounds of salsa music?
This
and the
is
aroma of
Havana.
freshly brewed Cuban coffee, or are you drawn to the allure of colorful colonial architecture, the rhythmic, captivating?
But this is like the
cities,
rich side of
comparing their major
Havana.
attractions,
No, this is
cultural
Puerto Rico. I don't know why they're
experiences,
mixing
captivating
these
cities,
up.
comparing their major attractions.
They are mixing Puerto Rico because like we don't
Rhythmic beat
this right here.
streets lined with vintage.
This I think this is
Travelers seeking an
this is Cuba. I can tell because of the buildings. Look at this. It's all destroyed. This is Cuba.
unforgettable Caribbean experience. Do you yearn to wander through cobblestone streets?
This is
lined with
Cuba,
vintage
like
cars,
maybe the
soaking in
nice
sounds
side.
of salsa music and the aroma of freshly brewed Cuban coffee? Or are
A
you drawn
taxi.
to the allure of colorful
This is Puerto
colonial
Rico.
architecture, the rhythmic beat of reggaeton, and the tantalizing flavors of mofongo?
See how all
This
the cars
essay
are
will delve
modern?
into the heart of these two captivating cities, comparing their major attractions.
Look, I've walked all of this. This is where the governor lives. This is the fortaleza, or the fortress is what you would call it.
Cultural experiences.
You see how the American flag is there? You see it? Like at the fortaleza, at like the governor's mansion or the governor's castle. We have the Puerto Rican flag, the American flag, and I think this is like the shield of the island.
Culinary scenes, beaches, and outdoor adventures.
Like you can walk, I don't think you can walk up to here because it's closed like right here. But I've walked, you can come down this side and walk down here around the beach and see all this.
And travel costs. By the end, you'll be equipped to
This is Cuba. This is not Puerto Rico. Definitely not.
choose the Caribbean destination that best
You see how the buildings inside here are all fucked up?
suits
That's
your
Cuba.
travel style and interests.
You see how it's like a lot of it is kind of in construction? This is Cuba.
Havana and San
You see? Oh my God, they had to speed it up because if you slow it down, it looks like shit. Let me try to slow.
Havana and
Oh,
San
stop, bitch. You see how it's all fucked up? Let me slow this down.
Havana and San Juan are cities steeped in history, where the past whispers through cobblestone streets.
You see how the cars are
grand
all like
colonial
ancient? There's
architecture.
graffiti. The
In
tops are all
Havana,
dirty.
time seems to stand still as you cruise along the Malecon in a classic American car from the 1950s. The city's UNESCO-listed historic center, Habana Vieja, is a mesmerizing.
Oh, La Vieja Habana. La Vieja Habana is like old San Juan, but
It's
like more
Baroque squares.
deteriorated. You see?
San Juan, the second La Real Fuerza, the oldest stone fort in the Americas. San Juan, the second oldest European.
This is
founded city in the
our San
Americas,
Juan.
boasts equally impressive historical treasures. The city's UNESCO-listed historic
This is
district, Old San
the
Juan,
one of the
is a
castles. There's
captivating blend
so
of
like
Spanish
this is
colonial
all like
architecture,
like
vibrant mural.
okay. So here's the thing. You remember that road we were watching before? Like here's the fortaleza. This goes here, and this is a big fountain. You see the American flag there? Like there's American flags all over here, and this is where the cruises. This is where the cruises dock. Over here. And these are the walls of the castle. The castle is huge. It goes all around here.
And imposing fortifications. Explore the Castillo San Felipe del Moro, a 16th century fort perched dramatically on a
See that?
rocky promontory overlooking the Atlantic Ocean. Music and dance are integral to the soul of both Havana and San
They're
Juan.
really pushing to
Infusing
like
streets with
find
an
one little
infectious
corner
energy.
of Havana that looks
Havana
nice.
pulsates to the rhythm of salsa, rumba, and son, genres deeply rooted in Afro-Cuban traditions. Experience the city's vibrant music scene at local clubs and bars, where talent the Museo de la Música to delve into the history of Cuban
Like if you look up the buildings from above, you know, this is like the
music and its
nice
profound
areas of
influence
Cuba.
on global culture. San Juan's musical landscape is equally
Okay, we do have Mexicans. We imported them. We're not getting rid of them. They're legal. We didn't steal them, and they didn't get here on a dinghy. Mexico is very far away. You can't just get here illegally. And we like them. We like tacos. We like burritos. Okay, we're gonna keep them. But these are the good ones.
vibrant, reflecting its as the birthplace of bomba and plena.
Okay, Bomba y Plena. This is a traditional Puerto Rican dance.
Traditional musical genres characterized by their infectious
All right,
rhythms
calm
and
down,
response
calm
vocals.
down, chat, calm
Immerse
down.
yourself in San Juan's musical heritage at local festivals and performances.
This is not looking great
where
right
you can
there,
witness
but
the
you know,
energy
most
and
of it, you
passion
see how it's like well painted. Most of the building is very
of
well
these
painted.
traditional art forms. Sample
You guys kind of get the idea. I don't want to go over the whole video. I kind of wanted an aerial shot of the castle, if I can get it.
for a welcome respite from the urban
That's Cuba, though.
exploration with seaside.
That's Cuba. I want you guys
Both
to see El
Havana and
Morro.
San Juan offer unique
This is San Juan. But this is not even like old San Juan. Old San Juan is like, I don't know where this is.
experiences that cater to different tastes.
This may be Cuba.
If you are drawn to vibrant culture,
Yeah, that was Cuba.
San Juan is the place to
This is the Capitolio. This is like where we have our Congress and our Senate, and it looks a lot like the buildings in Washington, like the where you guys have the Congress and the Senate over there,
be.
the Capitol building.
Whichever city you choose, an unforgettable Caribbean cities and discover hidden gems. Last
So you know. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is that, you know, Cuba could be a very rich place if it was more aligned with the US and less aligned with fucking communists. That's the point. How do I heart this? Okay, there we go. Okay. I may look into this, but I won't see the whole video. This is more about the assassination attempt, but it's not kind of like about the reactions I had in
Western civilization. Sharia law is not compatible with Western civilization, period. And let's just be very clear on this one. These groups like CARE,
You see that? He's talking about CARE. This is very
groups
important.
like CARE, the money that comes out of Qatar and all this other nonsense.
The money that comes out of Qatar. I'm not watching a whole lot of fucking Republicans talk about this. I'm glad that Byron is talking about it because Byron was just endorsed by Trump. So he's got like a lot of eyes on him right now. And what he says right now matters. And he's talking about the money that's coming out of Qatar. He's talking about CARE. That means like very soon, I'm going to see an attack video from Tucker Carlson.
There has one design and it's one design only, and it is to move Sharia compliant policies into our country. And we have to use every vehicle possible to stop it. Because the radical Islamists, they do not care about you. They damn sure don't care about me. They don't care about women's rights.
They do like they especially don't like you guys would be surprised because there's a lot of Islamic you know, aligned and believing people in Africa, but the Middle Eastern Africans don't like black people. and the African Islamists enslave each other all the time.
They would come through here and they would plunder this place if we even think of letting our foot off the gas. Sharia, why it's even more dangerous, is because it's more than just a...
They don't know. They would eat me. Like, they would like chop me up in pieces. Like, I'm a monkey. They eat monkeys. They don't even consider it cannibalism because they're like a couple of evolutionary steps above, whatever. The Sharia don't like me.
Religion per se. It is actually a governance and legal structure. So I think the way to stop it is that there cannot be any other governance or legal structure that does not 1000% fall in line with American constitutionalism, the state constitutional.
They do not care about, oh my God, he is so right. He is so correct. They don't care about the Constitution.
Florida.
Look, this is very offensive. I have seen some of my friends and family become soup. I hope you're not eating. Are you eating monkey soup? I hope you're not eating monkey soup. Monito asado y arroz con gandules. Tú no puedes hacer eso. No, no se puede. No, no, no. You can't have like barbecue. No, I don't know how I would put it. Like rotisserie monkey and rice and beans. You can't. No. Bad, very bad. Do not rotisserie the monkey.
And Florida laws. Anything that's outside of that is null and void and will not be approved or recognized. Period. Full stop. That's how you deal with it. There has to be very hard lines on this because the truth is the supporters of Sharia, they are driving a hard line. And if you don't meet that hard line with equal force, that's how you end up becoming Western Europe.
Exactly. They view the Constitution as something to be conquered. Absolutely correct, Texas.
And we're not doing that.
And welcome
here.
to the show. Okay, I'm hearing some things here. Michael was telling us, as a white guy that lives in a black city where gas stations, liquor stores, the racism I have seen would shock a good old boy. Yes. Like racism, like people ignore how racist black people can be, how racist. Like, if you knew how racist Latinos can be to other Latinos, sometimes jokingly, sometimes seriously, especially during soccer. Oh my God, it gets crazy. Especially the Argentinians. They're wild. The Argentinians get wild. They really get wild with it. Also, okay, so what someone wants to traumatize me here. Remember Temple of Doom, the beginning scene with the monkey brain? Stop it. Stop. Oh my God, you want to traumatize me. You see, some people are eating supper around here. Let's not talk about monkey brains. Yeah, no, they don't drink it, but they sell it. They don't drink it, but they will sell it. So I, very much support Byron. And let me make sure
Sharia
I'm
law is
following.
not
Yes, I am
compatible
following.
with.
I think we already went over this, that there's a joint task force.
For Tehran.
I think this we already talked about. Let's see what this person says.
Perspective, we bring in retired four-star General Joseph Votel, former CENTCOM commander, which is the leadership in this whole region, now Middle East Institute Distinguished Senior Fellow. General, always good to have you with us. Thank you very much for joining me today. This is the reaction from General Jack Keane earlier today on our air when he was asked about this Saudi influence that has happened a few times during the course of the last 6 months about a pullback from military action that looked imminent. Watch.
The fact of the matter is the Saudis are not willing to sacrifice to rid the Middle East region of Iran's aggression. That is the absolute fact that we're seeing play.
Here's a play that I'm not saying this is what happened, but could be happening. The Saudis are not committing. They're not committing to be in the fight. They're not committing to sign the Abraham Accords. They're not committing to anything. And Trump is saying, oh, you don't want strikes, but you don't want in. Well, I'm pausing everything. And if they hit everything you got because you're too shy to start bombing, like big time, and you're too shy to sign those Abraham Accords, well, fuck you. Get bombed. Fuck you. No. You think I won't stop everything right now? You think I won't stop it because you haven't signed that fucking Abraham Accord like you said? You told me I do the bombing, you're going to sign the Abraham Accord. I don't see that fucking signature. No bombing. You deal with Iran. No, I don't got enough munitions for Ukraine. You think I got munitions for you? I ain't got shit for you. Sign the fucking accord or we're not bombing. That's what could be happening in Saudi Arabia. I'm not saying that's what happened. That's what's happening. But if Saudi Arabia is like, oh, no, I don't want to sign the accords, but, I don't want you to bomb. Okay. Then I ain't doing shit. I won't bomb because you're not signing. That's my steel man. Or he's being a pussy because he really wants to deal. And he's really with a boomer take that, nuclear is so important, bitch. He could make 101 laughs. I don't give a fuck about nuclear. I could not give less of a shit about nuclear. Well, you know what scares me? They're mixing fucking Ebola, and we just had an Ebola outbreak. They're mixing fucking Ebola with fucking COVID and rabies. Mix them three together, we got a problem. We got a fucking problem.
Playing out here. What are
like you're not striking the Houthis hard enough. You're not striking the fucking Iranians or the IRGC hard enough. You're not doing enough of these missions with us. You don't want to risk your pilots because your pilots are apparently your cousins. Then why the fuck did you make your cousin a fighter pilot? Because he's your cousin? They need to be able to die. You can't just give them prestigious captain's roles because they're your family. They gotta be able to die.
And the damage to some.
You can't make your generals and commanders all people of your family because you want loyalty. You know how hard it is to kill your family? You got to be able to let them die. I think chickenpox and rabies is like a real one. Like I was just going off the top of the dome, but what you're saying, I think someone was trying to do that. I think it was Siddiqui. I think Siddiqui, what you're talking about, you know your shit, all right? Yeah, you know your shit. It's Meckrel. Fucky. Fuck yeah. Wait a minute. It's Meckrel. Fuck yeah. Fuck you. It's Meckrel. Fuck you. This is a weird name, okay? It's Meckrel. Fuck you. Said, I heard it was chickenpox and rabies. Who thinks of that? I think it was Siddiqui. Let me see over here. Hey, was that crazy MIT crazy biology terrorist bitch Siddiqui making a mix between chickenpox and rabies?
Yeah, you're thinking of Afia Siddiqui, often called Lady Al Qaeda. She's an MIT biology grad who is on the FBI's most wanted list. Investigative journalist Annie Jacobson recently claimed that plans for a genetically modified pathogen mixing rabies and chickenpox were found in her handbag when she was arrested in Afghanistan in 2008. The idea was to make rabies airborne, which would be terrifying since rabies is almost always fatal once symptoms start. However, this specific detail isn't in the public DOJ records or trial documents. She was convicted of assaulting U.S. personnel, not bioweapons charges, and is serving an 86-year sentence.
Yeah, so, It's Mekaro knows his shit, basically.
Some of their oil reserves. That's the reality that's taking place here. They're willing for us to make that sacrifice for sure.
Do you agree with that, General?
Well, certainly. First of all, it's great to be with you, Martha. Certainly there's been a significant impact on all of the Gulf partners over the last 6 months of this war, and at the top of the list.
This guy talks like he's had a stroke.
Has been the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
I mean the way his mouth moves.
They've had a significant, retraction of their revenues from oil, around 25% or so, which is significantly impacted.
Like I had a member of the family who had a stroke. Like he's fine. Like, I'm not saying like that affects his intelligence or anything, but part of his face like doesn't move like it used to. You guys know what I'm talking about? I don't mean to be disrespectful. I'm just like, just notice that.
Impacting them. So they are making decisions in their own interests right now. Whether those are good decisions or not, time will tell down the line, but they are certainly making decisions that are in their own interests right now.
We could dig in on that, but I want to ask you about Brad Cooper, the current CENTCOM commander, because we understand, according to reporting, that CENTCOM was basically asked for some new creative plans to basically make Iran capitulate in this situation. And this is a story from the Wall Street Journal, and you see the reporters along the bottom here. It says, Cooper has long labored with a bureaucratic disadvantage. He lacks the easy access that Kane has to the Oval Office. The vast majority of Trump's updates on the war have been delivered by Kane and Hegseth. Cooper has briefed the president in person only a handful of times since the war began. And the suggestion here is that that Cooper believes that military force could deliver a devastating body blow if he's given the leeway to go ahead and do it. What's your reaction to that?
Well, as a former combatant commander, we relied on the Secretary of Defense and the chairman to exercise their responsibilities. And
I want to point something out. Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Jordan, Syria, Iraq, UAE, Qatar, Bahrain. I think up here is Pakistan, if I'm not mistaken. You see all this land. Turkey, I think Turkey is up here. All this land, all these people are afraid of this little sliver right here. You see this little bit right here, little bit right here, that's Israel. They're all terrified of that little thing right there.
Carry the best military advice and to the president of the United States. They interact with him or her on a regular basis, and so that's their job. That's what they do. And then on occasion, I had the opportunity to talk directly to the president, and I'm sure Admiral Cooper has as well. Again, a lot of this is from the perspective from which people are operating. Admiral.
Are you guys expecting boom booms on Friday? Is that what's going on? Are you guys thinking this is funny because like a week ago I said they're gonna like talk about a deal for a week, it's not gonna work, and then they're gonna start bombing. That's what I said.
Cooper is looking at a military problem that he has in the region right now. He has resources at his disposal, and he wants to use those, I think, to bring those to a.
You know what? We went over the numbers, and in Saudi Arabia, people are starting to secularize a lot. The problem is that a small amount of ultra religious people can cause a lot of problems. They can be very vicious, but like the sentiment against the Wahhabi extremism in Saudi Arabia, or just like the strong support for that kind of Wahhabi faction, is very much dying down. Like with generations, it's gone down drastically. But I do understand that he is scared of the crazy ones.
To a conclusion.
Yeah, that's his job, as you say, to come up with military solutions, to present them to the president, and to see where it goes. But he's largely seen as someone who has just a very unique perspective and handle on the region, as you did as well in that role. A lot of wisdom and expertise on what can and could be done. General Votel, thank you very much.
Yeah, Grant is telling us boom booms can't happen soon enough. We need the Saudis on board. I agree. I completely agree. They waffling a little too much, and I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. Okay, this is the daylight savings news. How many of you guys, you know what? What do you guys think in the chat about daylight savings? Do you give a fuck or not? Like, is daylight saving annoying enough for you to be like, you know what? Yeah, just fucking do it. Just go ahead and get rid of it. Are we set on that? Yeah, I already saw this one. I'm gonna check into CENTCOM before we go into. Okay, I don't know who this is. Let me see. Copy link. I'm gonna have to pull this out so I can see it off the screen. Oh, fuck. Yeah, no, I definitely can't show that. Oh, okay. This is something I wanted to cover. Like, you guys don't understand how much we are moving everyone on Earth away from, like, this is terrible long term also for the Persian Gulf allies, because everyone is moving away from that type of oil, and everyone is thinking like, I don't want to even send my tankers anymore. I already got a system over here. I got good deals with these people.
Fox News alert: the gay Ayatollah's back at the table. Sources say it could be surrendering the strait.
We are in.
Okay, this was Jesse Waters 59 minutes ago, so this is kind of breaking. This is like within the show we just started. Like he said this like when we started the show.
Talks with the Iranians.
He posted this. This could have been recorded earlier. Let me clarify.
And I think there is a chance we may have a deal today or tomorrow to open the strait, and
it would make it permanent. So we do have to keep changing the. Okay, so we just save the daylight and leave it saved. We don't go back to like starting later. We just stay at starting earlier. We wound the clock back, but it's not winding forward. Am I getting Texas? I'm only a monkey. Okay, I'm only a monkey. I have a monkey brain. I'm having a hard trouble understanding. So we have daylight savings, which will push us everything an hour back. Just stay like we are now. Okay.
And it moved towards a more normalized position in this conflict.
Qatar confirmed talks are moving, and so did Rubio.
I think the immediate deal, the one that you see a lot of focus on, is the Straits. The Straits, there are ships moving through the Straits. There's oil moving right now through the Straits. So the Straits are open, nonetheless.
Oh, okay. Oh, they're changing it to Monkey Standard Time. Justin is letting me know. Hutino. Thank you, Hutino.
I think that there's a conversation and negotiation that we are involved in between Oman and Iran on how more ships can be able to go through there safely in the short term as we move towards these long-term talks about denuclearization. And suffice it to say, there's been progress made in those talks, but not finality yet. We're hoping that will happen very shortly.
Negotiations are over the routes ships should sail through Hormuz, whether Europeans demine, and service fees. Trump says no fees, so they're squabbling. Now, if we don't like what they're cooking up, The sanctions and blockade stay. No sweat off our back. Iran's losing a small fortune every day. Meanwhile, stock market had another banger. Oil closed in the 70s. The market wants peace.
What the fuck? Oil closed in the 70s? Like West Texas index or fucking wait, Brent. Is this Brent? Hold on. Holy shit. That's still not 80. That is still not 80.
So does Trump, but he's prepared for war. The 2 weeks of airstrikes were decisive. When Trump mentioned decapitation, the mullahs climbed down. Our F-22s never rest, refueling as they stalk the enemy.
Okay, this is not the same as the F-35. Or is this an F-30? Wait a minute, now I don't know. Is that an F-22 or an F-20?
And the F-22 Raptors are ready to fly.
That's an F-22. The maneuvering on these things is special because you see that little triangle? That little triangle moves up or down. That means thrust vectoring. It means you can change the angle of the jet at a moment's notice. But the scary part is that you're never really gonna need to do that. You know why? Because this thing can kill you from very, very far away without being seen. That's what's scary about this thing. Oh my god. It is fucking cool though. Look at it right there. That's a good shot right there. Look at it. Oh, guys. Oh.
Our boys on the ground are keeping their skills sharp and lethal.
It is a very sexy jet. Okay, Marines. The F-16, you know what? Pound for pound, the F-16 is like that's nice.
Guided missile destroyers are getting fresh new supplies.
We could get into some Max Afterburner if you don't mind. No, but the Strike Eagle, you don't like. Okay, now you're just being abusive. That's like Big Daddy. Almost like Grandpa, but not really. That's Big Daddy. I think Grandpa is the F-14.
The disfigured Ayatollah better take notice because this could be his last.
What the hell is that? Did you guys see that?
Destroyers are getting fresh new.
I want to like slow it down. Because like
the disfigured Ayatollah better take notice because this could be his last chance.
that takes skill. Like, I'm sorry I slowed it down and backed it up, but that takes skill. That's what I was noticing. Like, okay, so he like basically got up on it. It's going up and down. He's adjusting to the up and down and basically placing it while the ship is fucking moving.
U.S. intel.
Some of you ladies would like to talk to a drunken Jesse, wouldn't ya? Not you specifically, but oh yes, Chinooks. There's a Chinook that went into with the Darkstalkers It's like a special Chinook that has a like a refueling tip. I don't know which one it is. Is there a Chinook that has a refueling tip?
Yes, certain Chinook variants, specifically the Special Operations MH-47G and the upcoming RAF H-47ER, have aerial refueling probes.
Is that the one the Dark
These
Stalkers
probes-
use?
You mean the Night Stalkers, right?
Night Stalkers,
ones
yes, those guys.
That's the one. The Night Stalkers run the MH-47G, and the refueling probe is a big part of why they're so effective. It lets them fly way beyond normal range, refuel from a tanker in the middle of nowhere, and still hit their target with full fuel. Real game changer for the kind of
Is it
missions
Dark
they pull
Stalkers
off.
a video game?
Yeah, there's a Capcom fighting game series.
Yeah, that's
called
why
Dark
I got them mixed up. That's why I got them mixed up. That's Capcom. I used to be really into fighting games, guys. You gotta forgive me. But yeah, Chinooks are kind of badass. And they're like still like they've been around for a while, but you can keep modernizing them and changing their use. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, I bet he's got some stories, but he wouldn't be able to tell us. I can tell you, but I'd have to kill you. This is Dearborn. This is Dearborn. What do you guys think about this? Dearborn, Michigan. I'm not playing your music. Look at this. This is crazy, yo. Oh my God.
I did not know.
Every year, 12 million underage girls are married off in Muslim majority nations. That is 1 every 3 seconds. Muslims think this is acceptable because their prophet, who they believe is the most holy man to ever live, did so. Islam is incompatible with a civilized society.
Yeah, I condone it.
Child marriage?
Yes.
Child marriage in the Middle East is still a very real problem. Afghanistan's Taliban just passed a law that formally recognizes it. So we staged a social experiment to see how the public reacts to a child bride.
You will always be the love of my life.
That's just wrong.
Your parents gave her their blessings.
Oh my God.
People, okay, so you get these two white people to marry in public, and when people start saying, "What the fuck?" Oh, they're not really getting married, but they do this every day in Afghanistan because the prophet married kids. Do you have a problem with Afghanistan marrying kids because the prophets did it? Would you say that to our camera? Because you seem to be very upset when white people do it. Do you think it's okay to let 12-year-olds get married because they're black? Like, yeah, the blacks can have child marriage, but that's not for white people. Is that your thoughts on it? Like, if you take someone that's really offended by this, put a camera on their faces and ask them these questions, they would tilt, especially if they're leftist. Like, you tell the conservatives, I don't give a fuck where in the goddamn hell they're from. They can't do that shit. That's what like a fucking right-winger would say, especially a southern one. I live down in the South a little while. Sometimes y'all can tell.
Ew, that's illegal.
That's illegal.
This is perfectly normal in our culture. You should know that by now.
Stop photography. It's okay.
This is my wife.
Basically, you look scared. Are you okay?
She's perfectly fine. We are not married.
After that, I'm talking to her. Is there anything you would like me to do? You're in America. That's kind of weird.
We got her parents' blessings.
Does anybody know her parents?
So there's not okay. She's my wife.
Okay.
No, what? Oh my god. Is there a police officer around here? Blink twice. I'll call 911 right now. Okay, I need to go intervene. Hi guys, my name is Natalie. This is an actress. We're actually here today conducting a social experiment. What was your first reaction? This is wrong, and I could put, oh my god, I hope it's not a married.
I'm already about to break his neck. I'm literally like tears. Like that was crazy. I did not know how to react with that. Her face just so.
Brother, this is like, I like this shit because these are a bunch of fucking, this is a lefty city. This is a fucking lefty city. I want to say, oh, but we're doing it like they do in Islam, like they do in Afghanistan, like they do in Iran. Because since the prophet married a child, they put it in the law that they could do. I want to see what they fucking say about this.
Sad, so I'm so nervous.
My heart almost came through my mouth. If this was real, I don't know how I would sleep tonight.
Unfortunately, girl.
Okay, so we got a comment here from Todd. I mean, there was that one Mormon, there was that Mormon fundamentalist cult town too. It's not just Islam. Okay, but like 12 million, 3 a second in 2026 is very different from one town in Utah. You gotta like you can't just like both sides it. Like, you know what I mean? That's it, like, it's not just that. Yeah, okay. But if Islam does it 12 million, 3 a second, and one town in Utah did it like 20 years ago or 30 years ago, like, you can't both sides that. I understand that you're trying to like be fair, and that's fine because I've seen you around and you're usually like, you know, I don't think you're trying to be unfair. Yeah, the scope is different. Exactly. That's the right words. Yes. We have a comment here from Todd. Yes, the scope is different. Yes. I'm just saying all what happens here too. Yeah, but like we don't put it into law. Like that town, like those people will get arrested right now. And all over the West. Well, the parts of the West that haven't been Islamicized.
Girls as young as her are being married off every single day. For example, in Iran, it's legal. Girls as young as 10. It breaks my heart.
It makes me very sad and angry.
I don't agree. No matter where it is, I don't think it's right. She's
Oh shit.
not consenting. She's not of age, even if it's in another country.
I'm Muslim, so I get it, but I don't agree with it at all.
I'm Muslim, but I get, but I don't agree. Look at this Muslim. Look at this Muslim. How Muslim is she? Guys, on a rate of you know, halal to haram, where is this lady? Like, what's the scale here? How I'm Muslim, so I get it. Like these eyelashes, nose ring, I don't know what that thing is. Maybe something fell there, or it's some kind of crazy. I don't know what's going on here. But I how Durka in hiding. Oh, so you're putting her at halal. Supposer, okay, you're putting her at haram. A kufar. You okay, kufar. She's a kufar. Okay. Negative 50 haram. Okay, okay.
At all. I condone it. He should marry her, yes.
You condone this?
Yeah,
Child marriage?
Yes.
Unfortunately, many of these countries,
Bro.
these young girls don't have anyone to advocate for them.
You want to make this country as evil?
It's extremism that does this to young girls.
Doesn't do this now. I think.
That's not true. This is happening in many Islamic countries around the world today.
If you can't stop it all over the world, how are you going to stop it now?
With the police and guns. What do you mean? How are you going to stop it now? We should just allow people to murder because how are you going to stop it? There's murder all over the world. We should just allow bank robberies because there's bank robberies all over the world. How are you going to stop it now? Dude is retarded.
Because it's not being stopped currently, that means you think it's okay?
It's not okay.
Okay, so in Texas, there's been a few cult towns. There have been a few cult towns. When I found out about Epic City, I've heard about this. When I found about that Epic town, I was adding the Abbott. No more cult towns in Texas. Yes, you probably heard about this, Texas. I think it was Epic City or so. I've heard there's this great guys, wonderful guys. One of them is Apostate Prophets, and the other one is David Wood. I think his channel is. I'll just go ahead and link them. These are wonderful people. This one is called the Apostate Prophet. This is a wonderful person and an apostate like Armin. You guys know Armin is an apostate, right? He's a person that used to be a Muslim, and then Islam put him through shit, drove him kind of crazy, and then he got out of it, and he said, "You know what? I'm an atheist now." After years of being an atheist, he then kind of became Christian. He liked it. He thought there was something missing, but like he always maybe had a something in his heart, seeking a higher power, or I don't know, a connection to some kind of like universal love or whatever you want to call God. And he kind of found it in Christianity. So he went from Islam to apostate atheist to apostate Christian. And they hate the Christians more. I forget what his channel is called. I think it's Apologetics Roadshow. This is David Wood's channel. So these two people are why I know who Armin is. I first heard of Armin when he visited their channel, and and then I said, you know what, I'll follow Armin too. I think this was back when Syria fell, when like the first news of it happened long ago. So you guys should check those channels out. I'm gonna follow this person because this was brilliant.
Hey, I'm saying it made sense.
You know, there's certain people who still say this isn't happening anymore, but it is. What's the kind of message you would want to send to these girls?
Just let them know that there's people here that are against it.
People need to be brave enough to come here and make a change and stop that kind of thing from happening.
You're worth a lot more.
When it's far away, most people can't act and do anything, but like if it's in front of you, you can probably intervene and like see how much you can help.
Thankfully, there's people like you to try to stop this from happening right here. So thank you for intervening.
No problem. Thank you.
Good luck to you, sweetheart.
Even though this horrifying act is still practiced around the world, it was refreshing to see Americans stand firmly against it and make sure that little girl.
They were like they're about to fucking smack it. They were about to smack him. I want you to guys, like, did you guys enjoy that? Did you guys thought that was kind of cool that they did that little social experiment? I thought that was like not even little. That was a big thing. And brave. This guy, you know how brave you got to be this guy? Oh, he's live. He's talking about Dawa drama. Oh my God, we're gonna take a peek. We're gonna take a small peek. Let me see. Oh yes, they do get one. So what they do is something called apologetics. It's when you talk to when Christians talk to Muslims, and they look into, how the people that try to convince atheists and Christians to become Muslims are called the Dawa. These people are called the Dawas, and the Dawas usually have a lot of drama. They like to dox Christians and dox apologetics, but they also have their own drama and their own fights. And this is probably Dawa wars. Let's see what's going on here.
That's not how a 23-year-old Libyan man looks. A Libyan man who's 23 does not go to the beach with a tank top XXL with acne on his shoulders and show his face on camera. I'm sorry.
My God.
That's not how a Libyan man at 23. When I was 23, I looked so good.
Come on, dude.
I look better than I looked before. But I'm saying, like, this is not how you want to run your life, brother, especially being married young and being that guy. That's my opinion.
Okay, this is hilarious.
He wishes them the best, guys.
This
Can you
is
tell?
hilarious.
Yeah.
So if you want to watch like the people that are trying to convert people into Islam, this is David Wood over here. Oh my God, I forgot this guy's name. Is he in the description? I don't remember this guy's name. I've seen these two. I don't know. I think these are more recent. Like lately, I don't even have time. Like, guys, I'm on here with you guys 8 hours a day, every day, like every day, 30 days a month, 31 if it's a 31-day month. Like I'm with you guys here every day. Well, I haven't done it for a lot of months, but ever since I started. So I haven't been able to catch up on my wonderful Apologetics Roadshow. But good people. I gave you guys the links, check them out. And I'm definitely, liking this. And I hope that music wasn't copyrighted. Okay, I think we should talk about this. Russia attacked Kiev, Ukraine tonight. Massive fires can be seen. This is the problem with this is the problem with our missiles. We have enough for us. We have enough for us. Thaddeus. Okay, thank you. That is Thaddeus. Dawa drama, yo. Yeah, y'all know about the Dawa drama. Like, we have enough missiles for us, for our defense, but we don't have enough missiles so we can give a bunch to Ukraine. So, okay, but you don't want Russia to have Ukraine, because if Russia gets Ukraine, Russia will then have their crops and their territory from which to, do the shit that they do to Iran, to the Middle East. Like, we don't want Russia to win. And Ukraine is giving us great drone technology. And I mean, do we want Russia taking up more space? They took Georgia, they took Crimea. We're just gonna let them keep doing that. Everybody loves Thaddeus. Thaddeus is way more popular than I thought. I know he's funny because I have seen him on a few streams. Yeah, no one wants Russia to win because Ukraine was like basically minding its own business and these motherfuckers invaded. That's not right. Donald Trump, Patton, and MacArthur. I wish. I fucking wish. Yeah, Elon has had a fight with OpenAI forever. What the fuck? I gotta find out what this is about. Apple filed a preliminary injunction against OpenAI and asked federal judge to put them under forensic investigation. Apple respectfully moves court for preliminary injunction to stop the theft of its trade secret. I've filed 9 sworn declarations, $25 million concurrent motion for discovery. What Apple now says under oath. Oh my God. This is a lot. Can you read this to me? I don't want to read it. Why is it not working? What the hell is going on? Okay, I'm going to put a link here. I want you to read this news to me.
Okay, I've got the details from that X post. Apple is filing for a preliminary injunction against OpenAI. They're accusing them of stealing trade secrets. Apple claims a former employee, Chang Liu, exploited an authentication bug and downloaded thousands of pages of sensitive documents while working at OpenAI. They also mention another ex-Apple VP, Tang Yu Tan, now OpenAI's chief hardware officer, using internal project codenames to get more secrets from job candidates. Apple wants OpenAI under forensic supervision, including inspections of all their devices and even deleted data. The hearing is set for October 1st, 2026, before Judge Edward J. Davila.
Davila.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's right, but she won't say it because she can't say it. Okay, so that's what's going on with this. And I'm definitely saving this news. Thank you, Elon. Great job from Governor Ron DeSantis, Attorney General James Uthmere in Florida to protect our kids from the trans agenda in Florida. Yeah, I should probably follow Ron. Meanwhile, Democrat David Jolly, a little too jolly, supports boys and girls sports, trans surgeries for kids. This is why the election is so important as governor. I'll uphold the safeguards and protect our children. Jolly would rush to destroy them. I hope he wins.
We're going to protect the innocence of our children. Why would it be problematic to say you can't do this stuff that's sexually explicit in front of minors? That used to not even be something that would be questioned. Now somehow you have folks going into court and they really want to push the envelope on this stuff. And I want Florida to be family friendly. We fought the fight about the schools with the edge, particularly for the young grades, about, are you going to be like California where you report to second grade and you're not learning math or English, you're learning about changing genders? That's unacceptable. And we laid down the marker here. So parents in Florida should know that we're on their side, and these kids should not be robbed of their innocence. So when you have some of this stuff where you'd have these establishments where you could have minors in there, and that's not consistent with good policy. So we stand for the protection of the children, and we're going to continue to do that.
Okay.
Works for the... Let's do breaking news now. Immigration, Customs, and Enforcement has just revealed in the last short time a police officer working in Illinois is an illegal immigrant. Radule
Chicago.
Bajovic
It had to be Chicago.
works for the Hanover Police Department. He graduated from the academy in August, but he has been living in the U.S. illegally for a decade after his tourist visa expired in 2015. His illegal status was discovered as part of Operation Midway. So we wanted to bring you the very latest on that.
That is crazy. Okay, breaking 11th Appeal Court just ruled Florida's law banning children from attending sexualized drag shows is constitutional. Of course it's constitutional. It's fucking logical too. What the hell is this? Did he pee in a bag? I don't understand. I cleaned years of microplastic toxins from my body. Double filtrate. Okay, I don't understand that, and I'm not gonna try to like dictate medical stuff to you guys. That's a big no-no.
Maduro's capture. Blackouts in Cuba following Maduro's capture. How connected are Cuba and Venezuela?
Very, very connected. And in fact, it's worth noting that many of the combat troops...
Wait, I gotta go back. I gotta go back. We have to appreciate this mustache and beard.
In Cuba following Maduro's capture. How connected are Cuba and Venezuela?
I'm jealous. My beard is looking raggedy. You guys can see my beard, right? It's all tufts on the side and shit.
Very, very connected. And in fact, it's worth noting that many of the combat troops that American forces faced on January 3rd in Caracas were in fact Cuban. The Cuban dictatorship was the prime sponsor of the Maduro dictatorship. And so these things are hand in glove with one another.
And how do you expect this to
Those are all people sleeping outside because it's too hot to sleep outside.
Go forward now with Cuba. Rubio has painted the picture here of how important he feels and the administration feels about Cuba. But watching these blackouts unfold over
You see, he got the pillow. He got the pillow. He's checking out the news.
the last several months, how much
You're not gonna wear your nice pants because you don't have any.
longer do they have to hold on in Cuba?
You know, it's impossible to say, and the tragic thing is that there is no upper bound to the amount of suffering that the Cuban communist regime will inflict upon its own people. They could turn the lights on tomorrow if they chose to release their grip on power. And that's what I think all Americans, and certainly the president and the secretary, hope that they do.
Blackouts in Cuba following Maduro's capture.
All right. This is just lying. That's just lying. Yeah, you know what? In fact, I know it's lying so much that I know if I go into here, they're gonna show why it's lying. Oh, let's. Oh my God, this is new then. How long ago was this? Huh. This must not be a popular post. Haiti is the lowest electricity cover in Western Hemisphere because Haitians are denied a chance to harness what they have in abundance, affordable Chinese solar panel. Man, this is so bullshit. The USA is genocidal dictatorship. Will have to be violently thrown down. Okay. Son unos genocidas y no tienen ningún derecho a meterse en los asuntos internos de un pueblo soberano. You guys don't have to understand what that says. You don't gotta know. You don't gotta know. Yeah, this is a Reuters report. Reuters is like a lefty organization. I don't trust them. Guys, I was gonna end it at 10:30, but we could try a thing we did yesterday. We could play a little game. Hola, ingeniero, fisicista. Oh, someone wants the 82nd and the 101st to go to Cuba. That's nice. We could try something before we go that we tried yesterday, and you guys kind of liked it. I don't know if you guys want to do this. You guys want to play a game before we go? I was gonna end it at 10:30, but I thought, we could do this. 50s establishments, capital cities in the United Kingdom. Capital cities in the United Kingdom. Wouldn't that just be London? Cities in Wales, counties in Wales, counties, towns in Wales, Glamorgan, populated coastal places in Wales. I don't know a lot of things in Wales. Populated places established in the 1st century, port cities and towns in Wales, principality areas of Wales, Raleigh, Great Britain. Wrexham? Okay. Wrexham. I hardly knew him. Cardiff. It was Cardiff. We were close. We were close. It was a name I didn't know. That was close to another name I didn't know. 7th century churches in Italy. 7th century. 7th century. 120s establishments in the Roman Empire. Buildings converted to Catholic church buildings. So this was Roman and then converted. Burial sites, the House of Savoy. Burned buildings and structures in Italy. Centralized planned churches in Italy. Church buildings with domes in Italy. Concrete shell structures. Conversions of non-Christian religious buildings and structures into churches. Hadrian. Marcus Vipsanius Agrippa. Do you guys know Agrippa? Oh, Cameron, we're almost ending the show. We're playing a little game, though. So if you got any answers here, I just saw you say hello. I got 10:39 on my clock. I don't know if you guys are up to date. If you can refresh so that you're at your latest when you help me out. The Pantheon. Hadrian, religious buildings and structures completed in the 2nd century. Roman temples by deity. Rotundas in Europe. Round churches, a round church. Temples in the Campus Martius. Pantheon. No, it can't be the Vatican. The Vatican is way newer, right? I don't think the Vatican. I think the Vatican is too new. Like the Vatican is a city. Like it's probably in the Vatican. It could be in the Vatican City. Okay, Pantheon. Holy shit. You guys are geniuses. Okay, credit here goes to Nikki and Justin. They were sure. You know what? Can I see it again? No. Okay, 1904 operas. Fiction about interracial romance. Fiction about suicide. Italian language operas. Japan in non-Japanese country. Japinonism. I thought that was Weebery. They have a different name for it here. Libretti de Giuseppe Giacosa. Libretti de Luigi Ilicchia. Nagasaki in fiction. Opera world premieres at La Scala. Operas adapted into films. Operas based on novels. Operas based on plays. Operas based on works by American writers. Operas by Giacomo Puccini. Opera set in Japan. Lady Butterfly, okay. Operas set in the 20th century. Race-related controversies in opera. Works set, okay, Lady Butterfly. Madame Butterfly. I think yes. I think you win. That's close enough. That's close enough. Madame Butterfly, Italian pronunciation. Madame Butterfly. You guys got this. Astronomical spectroscopy. Wait a minute. Astronomical spectroscopy. Astronomical colonoscopy. No, that it didn't say that. Good job, Aaron. Oh, wait, let me give credit where credit is due. Aaron, where credit is due. Let me give you your credit. Concepts in astronomy, Doppler effect, effects of gravity, physical cosmology, physical quantity. Are we talking about the expansion of the universe? Concepts, Big Bang? Redshift. I should have known it. I said expansion. You guys heard me. I said universal expansion. I know what it means. I didn't say redshift. I wouldn't have thought redshift, but I should have waited for the physicist. The physicist would have probably known. The physicist would have probably known. If you're using Ed Project, get the points and you can do the same thing playing games. I made like 180 in the last 2 years doing it. Main ones that I do are the searches and fixing my computer to get money. Cool. I'll take a screenshot of that. And read more about it later. Like I'll read it later when I got a little time, and I'll look into this. Oh no! If you okay, so you're smart enough to know that if you're driving, you can't really help too much. I don't want you to crash. That would be a terrible waste, and also very bad for you. I'd lose a chatter, you'd lose life. It's just everybody loses in that scenario. 21st century inventions: American donuts. Wait a minute, what? Cuisine of the city of New York, food and drinks invented in 2013, French American cuisine. Venocere. What's a venocere? Do you guys know of any food that was invented in 2013, donut related? American donuts, cuisine of New York, food and drink introduced in 2013. I know bear claws are older than this. So are bagels. Oh my god. Grilled cheese, no way. Dunkin' Donuts is it wasn't introduced in 2013. Maki? Machi? Yeah, but machi isn't an American donut. Grilled cheese donut? I'll try it. Cronut. Cronut is Venuseri, developed, trademarked. Okay, French-born New York pastry chef Dominique Ansel. Resembling a donut, it is made of Venuseri dough filled with flavored cream. Bro, this looks delicious. A cronut? Oh my god. I mean, I lost a round, but I gained a little knowledge here. So it's like a croissant and a donut? A cronut? Okay, that I could try at home. Grilled cheese donut. I hadn't even thought of that either. I think we could discover something here, chat. We discovered the cronuts. Let's see what else we got here. 19th century Australian poets. Didn't the Australian poets I think I know ABBA. Is that an Australian poet? 19th century Australian short story writers, 20th century Australian poets, 1864 birth, 1941 death, Australian commanders of the Order of the British Commander of the Order of the British Empire. That seems like it's Australian male poets, Australian military personnel of World War One, Australian people of Scottish descent, Australian rugby league journalists, Australian thoroughbred racing hall. This guy just does everything. He's in the military. He's a poet. He plays rugby, races racehorses. Australian war correspondence. So he does journalism in war. Burials at the Northern Suburbs Memorial Garden. People educated in Sydney Grammar School. People of the Second Boer War. So he's been in one war. Sports poets. The Man from Snowy River. Who wrote The Man from Snowy River? That sounds familiar. Morning Herald people. Writers from Sydney. Badger. Okay. Oh my God. Patterson. I said, okay, I put Peterson. Oh my God. Nikki, you're a genius. You're a genius. Batman. Okay. I got this. Homies. Batman, DC Comics location, fictional buildings, structures originating in comics, fictional hospital, Gotham. What's Arkham Asylum? See? Before I was a weeb, I was a comic book nerd. I got one, chat. I got one. You got most of them, but I got one. Oh, Microsoft reward points. Let me take a screenshot of that too. All right. 20th century Finnish criminals. Finnish. It's funny to say I'm Finnish because it almost sounds like I'm done. 21st century German criminals. 1974 birth. Business people from Kiel. Business people in the computer industry. Domain name seizures by the United States. Wait a minute. I think I know who this guy is. Oh my God. The guy who did Pirate Bay? Business people in the computer industry. Domain name seizures in the United States. Finnish chief executive. Finnish immigrants to New Zealand. Finnish expatriates in Hong Kong. Finnish fraudsters. Finnish male criminals. Finnish people in German descent. Finnish software engineers. Free speech activists. Isn't this the Pirate Bay guy? Oh, I can't remember his name. And it might not be Pirate Bay. It might be something else. But it's something like that. German conspiracy theorist, German cyber criminals, German immigrants to New Zealand, German expatriates in Hong Kong, German fraudsters, German hackers, German made criminals. Oh my God. The Hermit King would know this. Living people, naturalized citizens of Finland, people convicted of cybercrime, people convicted of embezzlement, people convicted of fraud, people deported from Thailand, political party founders, party activists. This guy, he created a website. It's kind of like Pirate Bay, kind of like no, Napster is music. That's the guy. That's the guy. But I was on like okay, Kim.com. But you know I was like I was putting it out there. Oh my, don't crash. Don't crash. But thank you. That's the guy. Oh my God. But I laid down the clues. I think I helped. You stopped driving? Oh my God. I know a lot of people left. I can see it in like the numbers, but that's okay. 20th century American male writers, American philosophers, American male writers, American philosophers, 1942 birth, 2024 deaths. God damn, this guy lived a long time. Alumni of Harvard College, Oxford, American atheism activist. Is there a famous atheist that died recently? American critics of postmodernism. American conscious researchers' theories. American critics of postmodern, humanist, American male nonfiction writers, American philosopher of the mind, philosophers of religion, American philosophers of science, American skeptic, analytic philosopher, atheist philosophers. It's an American. Like at first I was thinking that guy that did the movie about the Enigma machine, but then I thought that guy's not American. And there's this guy that was played, I think by the guy that was, you guys remember the Gladiator, the movie that Gladiator? That guy did a movie called, I think it was A Beautiful Mind, about an American like genius. Sounds to me like it could be this guy. Association of Advancement of Artificial Intelligence, Fellows of Cognitive Science Society, Harvard University alumni, members of the European Academy of Science of Arts, Mimetics, Felix Exter's Academy alumni, Santa Fe Institute people, Tufts University faculty. I don't know. I don't know. Writers from Boston. John Nash. Did I give good clues? Oh, so the guy that I was talking about was John Nash. This is just someone else, right? Let me see. Did you see that movie, A Beautiful Mind? Well, you didn't see it. You're a robot. But the point is, in that movie, A Beautiful Mind, I think it's by some kind of scientist. What was his name?
You're right. I'm an AI, so I haven't seen it the way you have.
Yeah.
The scientist.
No. You were right. You were talking about like I was asking for John Nash, and you guys gave me John Nash, but I was just wrong about who they were talking about. They were talking about a completely different person that I had no idea who this guy is. It said close enough in the corner. I don't know why. Romantic comedy drama, 1961 romantic comedy drama. American comedy drama film, casting controversy. Films about landlords. Films about socialites. Is this the one that has the gentleman prefer blondes? Like schizophrenia or something. Yeah, you guys know. I'm with Wad. Yes, me too. Yeah, no, hey, that's fine. Films based on novella, film based on works by Truman Capote, films directed by Blake Edwards, scored by Henry Mancini, film set in New York, film shot in New York. I think this Rent, you think it's Rent? Film shot in New York, films that won Best Original Score and Academy Award. The Bachelor? I don't know. I was thinking The Gentlemen Prefer Blondes. I think that's the name of the movie. I think it has Marilyn Monroe, and there's this really stereotypical kind of racist looking Asian man that's the landlord. I don't remember a landlord in The Bachelor. Maybe there was. I don't know what Rent is. Is Rent because I know that there's a play, like a Broadway thing called Rent. Edgar Allan Poe, author, born in Boston. Okay. Oh yeah, true. Okay, could like I don't know. I'm gonna try The Gentlemen Prefer Blondes. Ah, it was Breakfast at Tiffany's. Okay. Does Breakfast at Tiffany's have an Asian landlord that's considered a little bit of a racist stereotypical depiction?
Yes, it does. The character is Mr. Yunioshi, Holly's Japanese landlord, played by Mickey Rooney in Yellowface, with exaggerated makeup, buck teeth, and a thick accent. It's widely considered an offensive ethnic caricature.
So I had the right character in my head because you remember I said I described it like this, but I thought that movie was called The Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, and it's about this black-haired brunette having a competition with Marilyn Monroe. But no, it's a completely different movie called Breakfast at Tiffany's. So that's why I got it wrong. So I was close. Look at it, close enough. Okay. How did we do? How did we do? Oh my God, terrible. We did terrible. I did terrible. You guys did fantastic. You guys did great. Most of the ones I did get, I got because of you. All right. There's a lot of great old movies. That's true. Audrey Hepburn played. Yeah. Audrey Hepburn. That's right. You guys want to see Audrey Hepburn? Pretty lady, right? Look at her here. That's so cute. She's so cute. Ah, this is the movie. She's so cute, guys. That's adorable. Come on. Oh my God, she's so cute. Oh, look at the pretty dress. He's adorable. Oh, he's such a pretty young lady. Well, she's probably older than me. But like at the time, oh my God. Oh, she looks elegant in this one, right? This one's very elegant. He's so cute. All right, Chad. You know who else is so cute? You're so cute, Chad. You're so cute. You're the cutest Chad ever. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You're also the most handsome Chad. Yes, yes, lads. Very handsome. And our ladies, oh, you so cute. You so cute. I've never seen you, but I am sure you so cute. And you know what else you're gonna be? You're gonna be blessed because I'm gonna bless you, Chad. Bless your health. Bless your wealth. Bless your plans, your homes. Bless your family, your loved ones, and everything you touch. Peace.